Good morning, everyone. My name is Trina Swanson, and I am running for Congress to get Pete Stauber out in November. So 1 year ago today, I was in a career I loved. I had been there for 2 decades. I was working for U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. That allowed me to help those most vulnerable around the world while ensuring our national security and borders were protected. I was a foreign diplomat for 9 years in Germany and Kenya, where I learned about foreign policy, why we spend money the way we do, and how we keep strife and disease off of our soil. And then I found myself in that job that I loved, and DOGE came barreling in. I was overnight no longer allowed to recognize our union. I could not give them time. I could not engage with them. I was not allowed to meet with my entire team at one time. It was banned. I could not send emails with policy in them because they did not want them leaked. I had to ask permission to buy paper and pens and was denied because I didn't give enough of a justification. And the final straw, folks, was that I was asked to do things that were unethical. I was asked to push visas for family members and nannies of DOGE members because immigration is fine when it's for them and not us. And I said, that's enough. I'm not doing this. I've had integrity my entire career. I was the blessed one. I was able to retire and have health care. And we all know how critical health care is in this country. And what a shame it is that it is not a right in this country. So I retired and I started my own law firm. I'm fighting back against those agents that are wearing masks on the streets of Minneapolis in my immigration firm. But let me tell you why I'm running for this position. My mom had a stroke, 2018. She worked for St. Mary's for 42 years as a nurse. She woke up from that stroke and was in recovery. After her 12 weeks of FMLA, they fired her. My mom no longer had health insurance, even though she was unionized for those 42 years and worked her butt off. My dad was a carpenter in the union and then joined the paper mill. He retired sooner than my mom because working 13-hour shifts was hard on his body. And suddenly my parents had no health care. They had to get COBRA for $1,800, and right now, folks, that's kind of cheap. And so look, this is what we're going to do in Congress. We are going to fight for Medicare for all, every single person. It's going to be a battle, but it's one we have to do. We cannot settle like we did for Obamacare, folks. We have to fight for medical care to be a right. We can get some quick wins on the way. Let's lower prescription costs. Let's cap certain drugs like insulin. By the way, Pete Stauber voted against that. Let's go after these medical conglomerates that have overarching power to negotiate with our insurance companies. Number 2, affordability. I'm afraid. We're in a needless war, an illegal war. Our gas prices are going up. I'm watching people afraid to open their bills because they don't know if they can pay that bill while they're paying for that bill. Look, folks, trickle-down economics doesn't work. If it did, we would have a strong middle class. So we need to get out there. We need to ensure that we have a Congress that is undoing this big, beautiful bill. We are not going to cut programs for the middle class so that the 1% can keep getting richer. I wish I had more than 4 minutes because there's so many issues. We will protect our boundary waters, folks. We are not going to let a foreign company come in and pillage our land and ship it to China. I will immediately go in and push for immigration reform in a responsible manner that allows us to have the workers we need, that talent that we educate at our universities, stay here and work for us and cure cancer, and we will hold on to our values. Time. So thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you.